Chapter 1: The Texas Gamble. A Navy SEA transmigrates into the body of Carl Knox, heir to a sprawling Texas oil and cattle empire. On his wedding night, he learns his bride, the daughter of a powerful U.S. senator, is a political plant, planning to use his family's influence and then discard him. A peak strategy system awakens, revealing the full, humiliating scope of the conspiracy. "Carl, show some respect." The voice was cold, cutting through the warm, candlelit air of the Texas ranch's master suite. Allison Rockefeller Knox sat rigidly on the edge of the king-sized bed, a vision in a custom-barrel wine gown worth more than a luxury sedan. Her tone held none of a new bride's warmth, only the polished disdain of a Washington insider. Carl's hand, reaching to lift her veil, paused. A slow, dangerous smile touched his lips, a stark contrast to the weak, bookish demeanor everyone expected. 3 hours. That's all it had been since he'd opened his eyes in this new world. 3 hours since the soul of a 21st century Tier 1 operator had replaced that of Carl Knox, the frail, poetry-loving heir to the Knox fortune, who had apparently expired from sheer excitement at finally marrying his unattainable socialite crush. His crush. Not mine. The inheritance. The empire. The woman. They were all his now. Respect? Carl's voice was a low drawl, tinged with an unfamiliar steel. "Sugar, we just said I do in front of 200 guests and a bishop. I think we're past formalities." His fingers brushed the lace of her veil. Slap. Her hand shot up, not a flailing slap, but a sharp, precise deflection. Trained. Efficient. Interesting, Carl thought, his SEAL instincts engaging. She's not just a pretty face with a famous name. Let's not pretend, Carl. Allison didn't wait. She yanked the veil off herself, revealing a face so classically beautiful it belonged on a campaign poster. But her ice blue eyes were all business. "This is a transaction. My father needs your family's reach in the South. The oil money. The political machines in Austin and Houston. You are the available option." She stood, looking down at him where he lounged on the bed, her gaze sweeping over him with palpable contempt. "So let's set the rules now, clean and simple." Carl just watched her, a predator assessing prey. She was magnificent, sleek, sharp, all cold fire and calculated grace. A perfect trophy. A dangerous one. "By all means, darling. Enlighten me. I am not yours." The words were flat, vital. "This is a temporary arrangement. When a certain situation is resolved back east, we will file for an uncontested divorce. Until then, you will keep your distance. This marriage will be in name only." A loud, genuine bark of laughter escaped Carl. "Name only? Sweetheart, my family just wired $10 million to a trust in your name, signed over the keys to a penthouse on Fifth Avenue and a compound in the Hamptons, and threw a wedding so expensive it could fund a small country's army. All for a name-only arrangement? That," she said, chin lifted, "is the baseline requirement for someone like you to even be in the same room as someone like me. You bring money and a name. You bring nothing else. Consider it a privilege." Carl shook his head, the laughter dying into a cynical smirk. His eyes fell on the only item she'd ostensibly brought into the marriage, 2 finely stitched quilts piled neatly on a chest. "And what's this? The famed Rockefeller dowry? Let me guess, hand-stitched by your mama, full of love and heartland values?" His tone dripped sarcasm. Funny how my cold assets are a requirement, but your priceless sentiment fits in a duffel bag. Allison's porcelain skin flushed. It's not the same. Those gifts are reparations for my family's loss. These, she gestured stiffly at the quilts, represent heritage. Things you clearly wouldn't understand. The hypocrisy was so modern, so blatant, it was almost amusing. Was she from my time too? He wondered briefly. But he was done talking. Heritage. Right. He lay back on the quilts, the picture of insolent ease, and reached for her wrist. Well, I reckon your mama stitched these hoping they'd keep her future grandbabies warm. Shouldn't disappoint her. Don't you dare. She recoiled, snatching her hand back, real fury in her eyes now. Touch me and I will ruin you. Do you think I'm blind? This whole farce, your father pushing for this match? It's the price. Your inheritance for this marriage. You're being paid off to walk away from your birthright, you pathetic fool. The air in the room changed. Carl's relaxed posture vanished. He went very still, his eyes locking onto hers, no longer amused, but sharp and penetrating as a hawk's. That piece of information was supposed to be a closely guarded secret between him, his father, and the lawyers. How in the hell did she know? Alert. Host's position confirmed, epicenter of multi-layered power conflict. Activating, peak strategy assistance system. Initializing modules. Module 1, social nexus map, favorability/hidden agenda scan, online. Module 2, predictive political market analysis, online. Module 3, threat assessment early warning, online. Welcome package unlocked. Downloading, dossier, subject, Allison Rockefeller. Primary objectives. Carl focused inwardly. Text scrolled behind his eyes. Primary objectives asterisk. 1. Anchor asterisk secure Knox family resources, financial, political, logistical, for the primary campaign of Michael Blake, son of Senator Richard Blake. Subject: Blake is currently concluding a high-visibility diplomatic posting overseas. Return to U.S. soil estimated, 90 days. 2. Monitor asterisk serve as an intelligence asset for the Rockefeller political apparatus. Report all Knox family strategic movements, internal alliances, and vulnerabilities. 3. Exit strategy asterisk upon subject Blake's return and consolidated political positioning, initiate no-fault divorce proceedings. Narrative, coerced union for family peace. Follow with a brief, discrete period of private life, then reintroduction to society under new affiliation with Blake. Assessment asterisk host is designated a temporary utility. A stepping stone. Disposable. The cold, analytical readout burned away any last shred of hesitation. A stepping stone. A utility. Disposable. A slow, frigid fire ignited in Carl's gut. The political machinations. The familial betrayal. The personal disrespect. It was all laid bare. He looked at Allison, this stunning, treacherous asset they delivered right into his hands, and a new kind of smile, devoid of all warmth, touched his lips. The senator had offered up his daughter as a weapon. Very well. He'd just turned that weapon back on them all. But first, a practical question needed answering. He focused inward on the system interface. System. One final query. Is the subject's physical status consistent with her long-term operational cover? Is she intact?